Hey y'all, it's Karonda with Carvel Digital, and I talk a lot about visualizing your marketing. And a picture or a video is worth 1,000 words. So I want to show you what do I actually mean when I say that. And I want to show you what the difference is between what most people mean by visualizing and what a certified automation service provider does as visualizing when we're doing this work with our clients. So this is an example of a quiz. And so I have a client who got a quiz built out, and this is the mapping that they got, and it's showing, people take the quiz, they get one of three results, and then they go to a specific landing page based on the result that they got, and then they get an email sequence. So this is a great start, and it's all fine and good. But if you want to know what's working in your business, we're going to have to get a little more detailed than that. So I've anonymized all the information, but other than that, this is a real customer journey that we build out based on this quiz scenario. So if we go down here, this is our version of mapping out this quiz. So we've got a legend to say, what everything means, and I'll just talk you through the basics of this. So the first part is people are going to land on the quiz. And so you'll notice these red dots, and these represent different segments of your audience, because each time you get to a decision point and someone either accepts or rejects your offer, then that puts them into a different segment, right? So the further they get down this path, the more segmented and targeted you can get with your messaging. So we're landing on the quiz page. There's going to be the actual quiz, and we're mapping out that we're actually capturing a custom field that tells us a little more about this particular audience, and then we're going to send that field back to our CRM. And we do things like we make sure we're actually capturing the links to where these pages are, because how many times have you been like, oh yeah, I think this leads here, but I'm not sure what the URL is. So then you got to log into your web platform and you have to search for the page. And I want to make sure we can get everywhere we need to go when we're looking at this map. So people take the quiz and they're going to get one of three quiz results. Again, that's going to put them into a different segment based on their results, right? And then we've got the landing pages for each of those results, and we link to those here. And all along here, you'll see these icons. So we're also calling out what technology we're using to make these things happen. So at the end of the quiz, then they get an opportunity to opt in. That's how we actually capture their contact information. And once they opt in, then they get the results. So that's the motivation for them to opt in. So again, we're capturing, if we want to go and edit this quiz, or we want to go and edit the form where people opt in, we've got those links handy. And we're using some tools from Thrive Themes. We're using Thrive Automator to send information back to the CRM. And then based on the results that they get, then they're going to go into a specific follow-up. So we have three different automations with three different sets of messaging that's really targeted based on the results, and it's going to give them a different offer based on those results. And then everybody's going to go into the main marketing list. So we've got these, this is an automation, and then we've got links to the actual automation inside of ActiveCampaign. And we also document everything about our automations in Airtable. So again, being able to see all the different things from all the different places. And then the goal of all this is for people to book a call so that they can actually learn more about the offer and potentially buy the offer. So we map out that goal, and then we just denote that it's going to go into the sales process, and we're defining a couple of segments based on, when people book or they don't book. And then if they go through this whole process and they're not quite ready, then they're going to go into a long-term nurture, which is just like your weekly newsletter, whatever you use to nurture your audience. And then down here, we're just calling out that how are we going to actually track how people get through this process and where these people came from. So is it an event? Is it a podcast? And so we set up the actual opt-in forms so that we're capturing the source of where people came from. So this is what I'm talking about when I say making your marketing visible. And if you don't have this in your business and you'd like to have it, then head over to karondafixmymarketing.com, book a call with us, and we can talk about where you're at in your business and how we can actually figure out what's working so that you can do more of it. All right, thanks.